Abusia Electoral Commission omo edwem treni na chairman Jim Mensa and the ho nsensem and saying abusia enenam social media manfo dodo na ena eka ho asem etrim se na saying omo hwe ne suban bi ne nyema bi oye a ase kama yese o still na no MPP na no bese o project emo omutimi eba aban mu biem abusia eno ti no ensensem bi koso a na saying Alan Kyeremateng Trinity a wo hwe edom ekoso okumase abusia eno nti no wutimi se abom krofo bi hu a according to social media influencers bibre eka ho asem kire se eno nti EC ebeso ya use strategy bi na Alan Kyeremateng chese disqualify no kura free omo a yekoto omo so aba 2024 eno nti no wo hwe nsem amanfo ka abusia even Kevin Taylor ekura de nsem bi so abetuja abusia na enye nsem keto akra na wo chechim o de expose any revelations bibre na aba abetuja abusia ensem a wo chechemu no enye nsem keto akra o kiremu a Dr. Baumia ene na Akufo Addo akomo abom ene EC gemtreni asomo ye kanana bi ebese omo ede Alan Kyeremateng omo de no to nchen ba bi se be ya omo disqualify na wantimi mpo ama master no ko esan se obo se emma any voter Alan betimi nya enye emma ketwa because see amanfo say genya mpokran start serious campaign puno Alan yi enkofo wo puli omo ewo asanteman mu no enye maketwa esa asanteman mu wen so ehwa na ye MPP stronghold ankasa enti se Alan start puli vote ewo asanteman mu dia na chese ehu papa de ma MPP amanyokuo no eniti no abusia ensem no de ba na eba enye easy kura abusia be ma remfi so be subscribe to Kofi Kentuma TV e de amaye be ma remfi kura abusia uwie so comment no now the agu ase e de amaye e bo bibia fishapa afen kom na emeto ye nkone kwotie audio imra e ba de akabia e beto am so.
My source in the Electoral Commission Kyeremateng say the NPP Nanado Danko Ekufuor somati say Samia Wukuta aka say yeah the technicalities be winning elections no yeah the technicalities be winning elections no we afafranto for muntie me Alan Kyeremateng listen. Now my source in the EC Kyeremateng say Jane Mensa has been instructed to find means via to disqualify Alan. Jane Mensa and the EC last day when people are submitting their bid to contest in the presidential election, they might disqualify Alan Kyeremateng on some flimsy excuse. Alan Kyeremateng afafranto for muntie me. So who say Samia Wukuka say the technicalities be we need elections no NPP for now omudidi Baumia say the technicalities be we need election now. Right now that is the new job that has been given to Jane Mensa. That they want Jane Mensa to find a fault on Alan Kyeremateng's documentation. Some technicalities to disqualify Alan. Because NPP ni Baumia munim say Alan Kyeremateng Echo 2024 omo party de gu. So now the Electoral Commission ejuma any instructions are Akufo Addo ediama Jane Mensa no because they want Baumia to win. And they know as far as Alan Kyeremateng is in the picture, NDC will win. And what they have done, and they say, Asana make no, don't joke with it. Afafrantofo. Alan Kyeremateng, don't joke with this. They will disqualify you with just a sheet of paper and tell you this paper. They will use a sheet of paper and they will wait till the time where you cannot correct anything. They will just use a sheet of paper to disqualify you, Alan Kyeremateng. That is the last thing the NPP wants to do. That is why they are confident. Because they know as far as you are in the picture, they cannot win the elections. They know. And they know as far as you are in the picture, you will handle the NPP after 2024. Mahama Winia, the NPP will come back to home. They will come back to base. They know the NPP will recalibrate. They are finding every means to stop you from contesting in the main elections. And they will not say anything. They will let you provide everything. They'll say you are fine. Later, Jane Mensa will have a press conference and say, these people did not meet their standard. They did not prove beyond some point, say they are right to contest. They will disqualify Alan Kyeremateng. Mumbo date into all. Mr. Dane, Mumbo date and to her. Alan Kyeremateng will be disqualified by the EC. You people have no idea how bad MPP wants power. You have no idea how bad Akufo-Addo wants to rule again after 2024. Money idea, yeah. Now, the problem these people have caused. Do you know, John Mahama Kai, do you know the shit they are sitting on? They will do everything to keep power. Yeah? Voting for Bawumia is technically voting for Akufo-Addo. Voting for Gabi, voting for Oforiata. Bawumia is not a man to take any decision. The Bawumia is just a symbol. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wants another 8 years. Ejapa, lithium, gold for oil, any SARS deals, they will still accomplish. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne busuafo, they still want 8 more years. Bawumia is so a junkie. They are using him as a joker. Alan Kyeremateng is their biggest problem. And they have told J Mensa, and what I am telling you in the say, J Mensa has accepted she will do everything she can do to disqualify Alan Kyeremateng in 2024 elections. So me, I'm sending a friendly message to Alan Kyeremateng and then Afafranto for no. It is not the Afafranto. It is you making sure your candidate Alan Kyeremateng stays in the elections. Adia isi beyemono. What the Electoral Commission or Commissioner J Mensa will do you people. Now, moment to us. There's another jandam here we need to kill quickly, and it's got to do with inflation. Inflation. As I was saying, how a gun and or shame or your jomni. And sorry, I say inflation above from Abidru Ayedian 26.4%. As I was saying, and there's a BBA line no na bibusa nipa ombe frame sebio omo mutia santimemu omuti ko memu Ghana for minya yanka be phone like 5 minutes pe mo amofre regular na mo mfre nipa no mo frɛ a mebusa ma de question 2 bi na ansa na ma discuss sa omia has been doing something recently, and it's got to do with trying to lie to his own brothers in the northern region. Boko. Yesterday I spoke on this. And you know, with me, I don't just speak on anything. Now, when you go back into history, recently in 2022, 6 killed, others injured in a renewed Boko ethnic conflict. Bawumia last week was in Boko, and his statements were simple. I am going to bring peace. I am going to make sure nobody will kill any indigene. Boko people, whether from here or from there, I am going to bring peace. Mahamudu Bawumia has been vice president of the Republic of Ghana for 7 years. Can you count the number of people who have been killed under the leadership of Bawumia as a northerner? Especially when you go to Boko, the number of people who have been murdered. When John Mahama was in power, there was a lot of conflict in the northern region, especially around Boko. A government needs to take initiative. A government needs to take action. A government needs to show that I am concerned about whatever is happening. But because Mahamudu Bawumia is more interested in some part or some section of the people destroying other lives, he stays in Accra and releases statement without showing concern. Without going there for 7 years, 7 good years. Oba Ghana hey ya nyina baby aye kuni papa aye Boko. Boko enso na Bawumia free. So ask yourself, what is in Boko that is not attracting Mahamudu Bawumia? Because whether you belong to this tribe or that tribe, you are all in Boko. Why is Bawumia not too worried about the killings in Boko? Why? For 7 years. Mahamudu Bawumia is the chairman of the police council. For crying out loud. He has more powers than the IGP. But every single day, people of Boko, I don't care the tribe they are from, but a particular tribe or some tribes have been tormented for 7 years. Mahamudu Bawumia has stayed in Accra. Let me take you back. In 2016, This is what we saw. When John Mahama was in power, the NDC tried to take action. Time and a conflict to Bokono. What the NDC did was they told some of the residents are not omuwotu because there were some people who had a lot of guns in Boko. And the Mahama administration started taking initiative and saying, no, you cannot blame any tribe here. If it is an ethnic conflict, you cannot go and say, Asimesi, you are wrong. Asimesi, you are right. When you do that, you deepen the disagreement. So what you do is, whatever they are using to cause the disagreement, take it away nicely. And now we can sit with our 10 fingers and do what? And talk. So John Mahama and the NDC decided to use a strategy to make sure that the weapons that were basically making some people think they are superior over others in Bokono, if those weapons are given out and people bring their weapons and get money, what is going to happen is going to be left with just their fingers. And that no matter how many times you slap me, I can still sit and have a conversation with you. But when you press the trigger, you cannot sit and talk to me to reach an agreement. So under John Mahama, something came up. They told the people of Boko, bring your gun and take money. And it was a project that was slowly helping. People were being disarmed indirectly, because when it's got to do with ethnic conflict, you cannot blame anybody. It goes deep. It is beyond a politician coming to sit there and say, you stop, you don't, you. It's beyond that. You have to first make sure whatever they have and making them think they can go and attack a brother. When you're able to take those things away, then we can sit at the table and talk. So this is what John Mahama and the NDC started doing. Their own Daily Guide reported the story, and modern Ghana picked it. I'm not going to, let me read a little bit of the story, because I don't want anybody to sit anywhere else and say, Makas smash about Umia. Information reaching Daily Guide from the Boku municipality in the Upper East region indicates that some residents who had been keeping guns in their area had handed them over to the police in response to calls for residents to submit their weapons. All the guns submitted to the police so far are AK-47 assault rifles. Something what I say. Now, when you move forward, the Boku Municipal Chief Executive Ishahaku Bukari, who confirmed the information to Daily Guide, said it was good news and hoped more people will see the need to hand over their weapons to the law enforcement agents. He said the assembly was in touch with the Interior Minister to prepare a package to reward the 3 residents who had returned their guns and others who would follow suit. So that was what the John Mahama administration they were trying to do. They were trying to fall within, they were trying to let the people understand. They never took sides. They never sat in Accra and looked on for ethnic groups to kill each other. Nobody's wrong here, unless some people feel that they are not wrong because they have firepower. So we could now say, and I just say, because I can get that firepower, because I know people can supply me with what I want, I will feel superior. That is when you cannot stop the conflict. Unless somebody feels they have firepower. Because if we all don't have firepower, we cannot threaten each other. So I mean, threaten me. We can disagree, but I will see, say, you cannot take my life. So John Dramani Mahama did not just sit in Accra. He tried. This is a complicated issue. Now I'm going to take him back to 2016. In 2016, Mahamudu Bawumia went to the north. Went to Boko when they wanted power. And when the NPP wanted power, I tell you, power, one, ethnicity, 2, religion. And these are the 2 things the NPP is good at. The third one is lies, propaganda, negative propaganda. So they started doing politics. Mahmoud Bawumia and Mampru Sini ofri Boko. John Dramani Mahama on Boko for no yeku Boko for. So they sent Mahmoud Bawumia to Boko. And Mahmoud Bawumia went to the Boko people, went in front of the Boko Yana and told him, we are going to solve this problem. 2016. I showed you 2022. How many people were killed in Boko? Recently, when you go to Garuk Timpani, which is like 45 minutes away from Boko, young men were brutalized by police and military. Kanapa was supposed to be called to parliament to answer questions. They did not do it. Mahamudu Bawumia is in Ghana. He didn't speak. These are residents of Boko. You are the vice president. You have been vice president for 7 years. This is what Mahmoud Bawumia, when he went to Baku in 2016, this is what he told the people and the chiefs, that they are going to solve the conflicts. What have they done for the past 7 years?
That's why our institution is noted to be non-partisan. We will not hesitate this year to support the for victory come November 7th, 2016. We wish you many blessings on your tour, and may Almighty God be with you, and good luck for the MPP party on November 7th, 2016.
To intimidate their own brothers in Boko. So when you see Mahmoud Bawumia go to Boko to stand in front of the chief to act as if that he cares, Mahmoud Bawumia is a liar. He needs power from the people of Boko, and he will select one side and wipe them out. The people of Boko, listen to me. Mahmoud Bawumia just needs that power. Today, he's walking around and acting as if he's humble. He loves you. For 7 years, you have been killed. In your own land, on your own land. You have been treated like slaves. You have been killed for 7 years. This guy called Mahmoud Bawumia never stood up and said, no. It does not matter who is shot in Boko. I am from Boko. My umbilical cord was buried in Boko. This guy did not care, because those people who have been affected are not the people he believes are supposed to be there. I'm not here to mention tribes, but I'm here to speak to you as knowledgeable people. Mahmoud Bawumia's comedy of coming to Boko last week was basically to come test you people. After he led the police council, he led a regime, a government to kill so many people in Boko. He's back again because he needs the power. He needs that power to do the last job. And the last job is, give me the power to wipe you out. There are people in Boko who are scared. There are people in Boko who are hurt because they are in Boko, but they are slaves. Because they cannot speak to government. Because they don't have their people in government. Because they don't have their people in government to protect them. Some group of people have access to guns. They can take people out. They can wipe people out. And the government is quiet. Mahmoud Bawumia has taken sides. If he hadn't taken sides for 7 years, why is he now coming to tell you, you are my brothers? When the people in the Boko areas, they were being murdered. They were being killed every single day. What did you say? When people in Boko for the past 7 years, they have been screaming, they have been speaking, we need somebody to save us. We are all one people. Why are we being neglected? Why are we being selected against? People of Boko were chased. Why are they so important to Bawumia today? Why is Boko, some people in Boko, important to Bawumia? Why? They're already dead. Everything has been taken away from them. They have been suppressed for 7 years. The young man who is from Gonja did everything possible to take those weapons that were killing them. Mahmoud Bawumia is an in and out Boko boy. John Dramani Mahama is from the Gonja land. But he cared about the people of Boko than Mahmoud Bawumia. Bawumia only thinks about the people in Boko, some of them who he thinks are stupid, to give him power to cut the head of the snake off. Mahmoud Bawumia needs power from the people of Boko. Mahmoud Bawumia has never cared about some of you in Boko. Mahmoud Bawumia has always been selective. I'll come and tell you one story about Bawumia, Boko, and with that one, I will do tribe. We are not there yet. We cross 2024. And you will hear and see what Mahmoud Bawumia has done. Today, I'm not going to go into tribes. I am giving you the general picture and how untruthful, unfaithful, dangerous Mahmoud Bawumia is. If you're a citizen of Boko and you think Bawumia is coming to save you, think about the past 7 years. You might have, for you people know people who have been killed. Ask yourself, was it an issue for the government? Was Bawumia worried? Why today? Because he needs power. And he has one task. Take the power from them and wipe the party you don't want out. You will come back to this story. I'll be right